Great Breath Journey expanded. Rohan loved to run and play. To keep his energy up, he did something special without even thinking. He took a deep, delicious breath. Millions of tiny helpers, like Vayu the oxygen particle, were waiting for their chance. Whoosh! Vayu zipped past the nose hairs, which tickled like a friendly brush. He entered the nasal cavity, a warm, curvy hallway lined with sticky guards to catch dust. The air was warmed up and cleaned, ready for the journey down. Next, Vayu reached the pharynx, a busy crossroads at the back of Rohan's throat. It was a big, shared room where the air tube and the food tube met. Air only, please. Vayu chuckled, following the correct, wide path toward the lungs. Just below the crossroads, he passed the larynx, or the voice box. Vayu saw two soft, white curtains, the vocal cords, that fluttered slightly every time Rohan spoke. Quiet now, delivering important cargo, Vayu whispered as he slid past. Vayu continued down the smooth, wide tube called the trachea, feeling like he was on the fastest slide in the world. This big main highway was ringed with stiff, flexible support. To the lungs, Vayu cheered. Inside Rohan's chest, the trachea split into two main hallways called bronchi. Vayu chose the right one and kept moving. Soon, that hall branched again and again into smaller bronchioles, like a giant, leafy, upside-down tree. Finally, Vayu arrived at the very end of a tiny tube. It opened into a cluster of perfect, bouncy balloons called alveoli, the air sacs. This was the place where the real work happened. Pressed right against the balloon wall was a red blood cell, a small, disc-shaped boat ready for action. It looked tired from its long journey. Hop on, the red blood cell seemed to signal. Vayu knew his job was to deliver energy. But before Vayu could settle, another tiny passenger hopped off the boat. This was Caro, a used carbon dioxide particle. Caro was sleepy and heavy. She had spent all her time gathering waste from Rohan's muscles. Now, it was Caro's turn to leave. She floated from the air sac back into the tiny tubes, joining a rush of other carbon dioxide friends. Their job was simple: get out. They were pushed up by the powerful diaphragm muscle below. Caro and her friends climbed past the bronchi branches, rushing up the wide trachea, then past the fluttering larynx and the pharynx crossroads. They were heading one way, up and out.